This is Paul McKenna for PT Boxing in association with the S News. With me, the new Commonwealth lightweight champion Masher Dodd and Danny Kelly. How are we, boys?
Alright, mate.
Over the moon.
Carlos, come and get in here, come and get your face in here, because this is Carlos, our boy. Come here and get your face in, lad. He's going away soon, we're going to miss him.
There.
So I just want to get his face in, mate. Sorry, Paul.
No worries.
Come in here, mate. He carried the belt in for me, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Get in, lad. Get in.
Yeah, these are all in.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, you haven't had a lot of time to reflect. The fight's only not long finished, but I think the judges won at 117, 113, 4 or 5 rounds roughly.
Yeah. I know I felt that as well. I felt I was a couple ahead. But, you know, I just had to, you know, keep listening to... I've never needed me coaches so much in my life, you know what I mean? Like, right through camp and every fight we have, the tactics, you know what I mean? But most of the time when we go in, it's like, keep doing what you're doing, because they tell me what to do at the start and I do it. And it's like, keep doing what you're doing, or just do this,
Tweak
just a
on
little thing here
yeah.
and there. But I remember coming back to the corner and they were like, you know, this, get that, do that. And I remember saying to them, in a desperate bit, is just keep shouting. As I said, just keep shouting.
I can hear the shouts.
I can hear the shouts. I said, just keep shouting, because I knew everything they were saying was spot on, and every time they said it, it was working.
Yeah.
So all I was doing basically was just listening to the commands right the way through the fight, and it worked.
The first round you got caught with a decent shot.
Yeah.
So obviously he comes back after round 1 after getting caught near the end of the round with that shot. What happens in the corner there?
I just basically told him to tighten himself up. Don't be taking stupid shots like that. It's a daft risk going back with your head high and your hand down. But look, you know, he got caught cold, but he recovered within 10 seconds. I was watching him and I seen him go into the stalking position. And as soon as I seen him just stalk, I knew he had his head back. So wasn't that bothered then. And then he started using the jab, and you know, I mean, to be fair, that Appleyard should have just steamrolled him after that shot like that. Well, you know, that's probably a little bit of inexperience on his behalf.
Nah, it's my doggy chin.
Yeah. But also, at the same time, it just shows he's got a good chin as well, you know what I mean?
Do you think it's sort of one of them tonight where people have got to see what you see in the gym day in, day out and that?
Yeah, listen, I've said this, and I don't know how many times and how many interviews I've said it in, is people don't realise how good he can box. He just hasn't had that proper right opponent, if you like. He was the right opponent for us tonight, because we knew he was going to come and want to box long. So, and they said his jab was shit, really. So we worked and we all the sparring we were doing, the jab was getting banged out there and banged out. Now he couldn't handle them jabs. But you could see his face as I started swelling up and all that in the second round and the third round. Then we went to the body then with the straight right hands and started whipping them straight ones in. And they were taking a lot out of him, you know what I mean?
It was every time he was setting up, like he was just about to set himself up, Steve.
Thank you, mate. He was a tough one, tough one.
Big banging, mate.
You've done exactly the lads you did.
Mate.
Listen, the movement, that was great. The movement, really. Done exactly, mate. The movement was great. I think that's what, you know, that's what got it.
Steve, my man, I was me out sparring all the time as well, mate. So
he's the one to follow, mate. He's done what it is, you know what I mean, what you need to be doing.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you, mate. Nice one.
What is it now? European, something like that? Move on.
We'll just see what happens.
I'll speak to you as well. I like it. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, lad. But you know what? I could see, like, he thought that he was just going to blow me, bang me out, you know what I mean? And because he was big and powerful. So I could, you know, every time he was saying, look, when he sets himself up, move.
What he was doing was this. He was extending the jab. I said to him, as soon as you see him extend that little move, take a step.
Just move.
Because he was setting the straight right up.
Boxing, baby.
Yeah, Mister. Fucking alright.
Boxing, baby. Worth it though, innit?
So he was setting himself up with that little, so we were just saying to him, as soon as you see that happen, just move. And then he had to keep resetting himself. By the time he was resetting himself in the 4th and 5th, we were catching him with big right hands, big left hooks. We were rolling inside, straight right to the body. And then the left, we started going to the other side of the body.
The left hook seemed to be landing all night.
Yeah, but we couldn't miss. What happened was, a few times he came out he came rolling, but there was no shot, and I'm saying, throw the left hook on you come out.
Yeah.
You won't miss.
Yeah.
As soon as I said it, bang, he landed one. So, but these are things we worked on. We just needed to be reminded of certain things as we went through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was a cat when you say that, when he come in, he done load his shots, and he's not one to, like, you know, he's upright. So it was just counter, there is counter, so as soon as it's doing block, Steve, thanks bro, see you after mate, mate. It was just counter, pop, keep it tight, block, bang, counter and move. And experience, you know, it was just tactics and listening, keeping my head on, that's what won us the fight, mate.
A lot of people have been saying tonight in the arena, and people that have come in the changes after it, that it was, you know, up there with the best that they've ever seen you box, especially middle to late rounds, taking over, and
that's right.
It's
going back, reflecting on what you said before though, Paul, is just like, when you asked that question before, it's like, we've known what he's capable of. This is the first opportunity he's had, an upright, decent boxer, where he could show his boxing skills as well. You know, and it wasn't only like, I don't mean like his flashy combinations, but his skill sets, the drills we've been working on, they're all work tonight, you know what I mean? Everything come together, and obviously helped his performance.
No, go on.
He said about his mechanics were all wrong for me, so I went to
Did you go to the garage? Yeah.
Went to the garage and got an MOT and
all ticked off.
all sorted, mate. So thank God for that. It's like the boys. It's what's the name? Mo, innit? Mo on Norman Street, the sunbed shop. I went to see Mo in Norman Street and got a nice sunbed and all good, mate. Yeah.
What's the latest with Carlos then? You've just been saying...
yeah, well, our mate Carlos, he's been over here for about 2 years with us. He's a good mate of ours. He's from Spain, he's from Madrid. But
like a brother.
We look after him, you know, it's like... So he's found himself a job in Serbia now, coaching boxing. So he goes on Tuesday.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That's right,
so
mate.
he goes on Tuesday, and obviously we're going to miss him. And he'll come back but we're gonna go for a meal and drinking that on probably Monday or whatever, because you go Tuesday, don't you?
Yeah.
So
I've missed him, mate, and I want to be in camp, and I'm just on it, you know what I mean. And I haven't been seeing him much, and you know he's been busy himself, and I missed him, mate, you know. And then I heard the news he was going, and I was like, oh, gutted, mate. But I know we'll be in touch, and now we'll you know, we'll be able to see him and catch up and that. What's happening? Thank you. That's what it's like, bro. So we'll be in touch, and you know, we'll come out and we'll go and see him as well, and see how he's getting on and that, you know what I mean? And you know, he's another chapter in his life, and he's on a little venture, aren't you, mate? Gonna enjoy it.
He's part of the team, and it's sad to see him go, but you know, as Masher said, we'll go and visit him, or you come visit us anytime, he knows that.
So it was nice that he took the belt out for me.
Yeah. Can we swap roles then? I'll be in Carlos.
Yes, lad.
This is right, lad.
It's right, lad.
It's right, lad. After 2 years of being on...
It's big,
that's it, it's right, lad. Yeah, there's a bit of Spanish as well.
I need Spanish.
You love it?
That means salad in Spanish.
I can speak fluent Spanish.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to live in Spain.
You live in Spanish, good.
Yeah.
Well, then say something.
Yeah.
Liar.
No, I'm trying to think of a decent. I can't come up with something normal.
Oh, whoa! I'm gonna case for the belt. Thank you so much. Thanks
very much.
What's the score with the belt then? How does it work? Do we?
I think you'll have it for 4 or 5 weeks, mate. They'll get off
yeah.
you, and obviously when you defend it, you'll get given it back.
Really? Yeah. And then what do we do about getting one to keep?
See Steve.
See Steve, and do you?
Or email Les Potts, see how it's extra, mate. He'll be able to give you the right information. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Email Les Potts and he'll sort it.
Okay. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Yes, man.
For the ball.
This is the case for the belt.
Did he?
Rocky win. Get in. It's right. It's right. Yeah, brother. It's right.
Nobody's collection of belts.
Loving the boys. Quality. This is for the Commonwealth belt mill, yeah. So we keep it for a couple of weeks. So we'll get round all my sponsors and that.
I was just saying, I don't know if I was saying it to you, Danny, then or Sean. I read something what Tony Bellew said the other day, and he said that you've gone from being the hunter to being the hunted.
Yeah, we've seen it, yeah.
And it's sort of that vibe around the camp now that it's been where at first it was just like you were overwhelmed and couldn't believe that you were on the stage in Sky Sports but you know, back-to-back wins and defended your WBC International once. You just won a prestigious belt, the Commonwealth.
Yourself,
you know, it's one of them where not that you can't get too ahead of yourself, but you've sort of got to sit there now, haven't you, and say, well, listen.
Look, you know,
I'm not here by luck.
Yeah.
You know, I got a lucky opportunity, but I've
had to work really
I've worked for it, and I've proved my worth each time, and I've grown into it. I'm getting better, showing here tonight. You know, my experience, and I know my last performance against Batista wasn't my best, but I'd had a lot of hard fights and a lot of camps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was the last one, and it was hard, and I felt it. You know what I mean? And I dug deep.
That Patira, since, I don't know if you've been watching what he's been doing since yourself.
He boxed Silvio, didn't he?
Yeah, and then beat him. And now he's fighting for the European.
He's a good kid, mate.
Against that Tatley.
Yeah, listen, he's a good kid. That Patira, you can't take nothing away from him.
No.
But, you know, and he was a banana skin, like Paul Smith said. There was no footage of him, and the only footage we got was at the weigh-in. And it was
we had an hour to look at it.
A 40-second fight. He stopped the lad in the first round with a body shot. You know what I mean?
We had an
Just
hour
give
to
me
just keep
nightmares.
going over it. So what I did, this fella got us this DVD, so what I did to Masher, I said, do us a favour, go and give him his DVD back. So he's gone over and give him mate, there's your DVD back, and he's looked at him and said, fucking hell, where did you get that? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, Patira looked at me, you know what I mean? I just fight there.
It was just sort of like a mind game I was trying to play, but he didn't know, he wasn't aware of it. I've just said to him, do us a favour, give him his...
Yeah, because I didn't know, they didn't know we had it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's probably been
So he
thinking,
said, come give him that back. And Neil just looked at me.
They were like, where the fuck has he got that from?
Yeah. So, and then as soon as the bell went, the first thing the kid Peter done was come out and hit me with the left of the body, which I didn't expect. And you know, so it shows his confidence, and he was a real good kid, mate.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they were half basing it off as well, being of a similar style to him, tall, a bit long levers.
To be fair, I was open that was the way they were thinking. And then when I seen the interview, what Steffi Bull done, he said his jab was rubbish, and you know, he put this little lazy jab out, and he does this funny turn away. And then I was thinking, and then the next thing he went, and you know, his last fight he wasn't that good, was he? And I thought, yes. As soon as he said that,
that's what I thought.
Yes.
And he said about the town end defeat as well.
Yeah.
And I thought, you don't know what it was like for me in preparation before that. You know, I just moved house, hadn't I?
Yeah.
I was in a bit of a bad place, you know what I mean, in me life outside of boxing. So it was really hard for me, you know what I mean. And I made the weight like weeks before, didn't I, Dan?
Too soon.
Too soon. My very first time doing day before weight, and they were going off them things. And when I watched the interview, I thought, this is gonna go in my favour, because they're looking at me in the wrong light. As good as Steffi is, you know what I mean?
He wasn't being disrespectful. He was giving his view, Steffi.
Yeah.
Which is fair to use, which is not a problem. But you know, his comments was what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And that's what happened tonight.
So they went off that, and we were different. You know what I mean? Like, I've learned how to do the weight properly, make the weights, and my jab as well, a couple of little things. Yeah. You know, it's like that, but it's when I throw it. You know what I mean? It's about timing, mate.
When you hear me say stiffen it and it goes, it's like getting it with the right hand. Believe me, I pad him all the time.
Well, you've seen his
nodding at me, really.
Marked up as well.
Yeah.
His eye was swelling from early, and he was feeling a few of the shots. No. You got that little on your eye.
Little nick there, that was from the first round. Now he's the big lad. He should have been, you know what I mean? I should be marked up with the jab. He had the longer arms, but obviously.
Yeah, you were moving well.
So credit to our jab, you know what I mean? And
tactics were good.
Yeah, it's all about tactics, mate. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, a lot of people keep asking what's next, and obviously from your point of view, and obviously yourself, Danny, and what do you want next? Keep going with the wave, or
mate,
that's it.
The wave.
As you know yourself, mate.
The journey continues.
On a serious note, though, we have to let him have a bit of time out, go and have a break, come back, get back in the gym. When we've been in the gym, we're taking over in the camp. Do the hard work first in the camp.
Yeah.
And then obviously the phone will start to ring then. and we'll see what comes up.
Some water. Pass that water there, please, Phil.
Carlos, in that bucket there,
Yeah.
in that bucket there.
First camp's always the hardest because I've had a good break. You know, I was, you put a bit of weight on, thanks, mate. And I was like, first camp, getting back into the routine of things, the rhythm of it all, getting back on the wagon, and I had to take 3 stone off. So that's off now, and it was a hard, long camp. So now we have a little break, little rest, but stay on it. And then when we go back into camp, you're already halfway there. To keep the weight down, just tick over, and then step it up when we need to step it up. And that's when Danny lets me know that, you know what I mean? So, the hardest part is out the way.
Yeah.
Longest camp, and beat a good kid as well, so I'm happy, mate.
So we'll get stronger as we go now.
Yeah, definitely.
Made the weight 9'7". So, again, I can, obviously grow a bit more, pump a bit more iron, and grow another pound or something, you know what I mean? So, things are good.
Definitely. Well, listen, we were talking on Thursday, wasn't we? And we said, hopefully it's tears of joy and not well, there hasn't been any tears, but it's happiness regardless.
I was quite confident, to be fair, but we didn't share that with him because obviously we need to keep him grounded. But I was.
Farting?
No,
Oh.
That's yeah. I was more than confident because, as I said, about the comments that they made, and I knew that would play in our favour. So I was a bit shocked at the first time. Bukov.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? Yeah. I knew he was rangy, he was tall, but like, you always think that you are well out of distance.
Yeah.
When you head on with them, you don't really know their range until you actually land a shot. And he landed it I thought he was well out of distance, and when he hit me with it, I thought, fucking hell.
I know, and you could see from their corner, I don't know if you noticed, but it was like they were thinking, it was exactly what we thought, but then as soon as I don't think they expected you to come out in the second, third, fourth, because I think it took most of them.
Well, when that landed, I thought, right, so you can hit me from there. Okay, that'll do me that. So I knew then when I was in that range.
What was his power like in there?
Oh, he could bang, mate.
You can see he can bang.
He could bang.
But not troubled like...
Nah, I weren't troubled. I weren't like... Patira hurt me more. But I think I weren't as strong then going into the fight, so maybe that would have, been the difference. But I remember when Patira called me with the shots, that I was in more trouble. You know what I mean? But Lee hit me, mate. I took it. So as the rounds went on, I held my feet a bit more because I thought I can stand here. I was sitting a bit more.
Yeah, waiting.
So, and I was watching him. One throw it, let me, you know what I mean? I want to block, counter, block, counter. I knew I could stay there and then move and frustrate him. Do you know what I mean? So, I was happy, mate.
Definitely. Sport was good as always.
Amazing. Listen, we didn't do as many tickets as we normally did because a lot of people held off because they wasn't sure who he was fighting or what he was fighting for. They thought it was going to be in defence. So we only got told 3 weeks. The same as them, they got 3 weeks notice. That was for the commonwealth title.
Last minute.
And a lot of people are there in cash, and it's to ask them to just come out on the weekend and buy tickets to come and watch the boxing. I mean, if it's a fella in his bed or a dad and his lad, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we appreciate the fact that they spend this kind of money to come and support us. But we also appreciate the fact that they can't always come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to us, they'll always our fans.
I always say to people when they say, I can't, don't worry, there will be more. This ain't the last, you know what I mean? There will be plenty
Story's
more.
only just begun.
Yeah, man, there'll be plenty more. So just come when you can and enjoy the journey with us. We do it together. Enjoy making the history together, so you can all look back and say, I was there. I was a part of that. So and I was speaking to Simon Clayton as well, and Clayton said he thinks that there's it's only about 2,000 or 3,000 in here, and I said, we've sold about 1,500 or whatever, nearly 2. You know what I mean? So majority of that from ourselves. So to say that for our fans that we're the majority in there, hats off to them, man. Hats off to every single one of us.
Definitely. And I know you were saying that that was for your granddad tonight. And he'll be with you. I'm sure he'll be definitely very proud of that. So.
I think he took some of the shots for me there, mate. the big G.
Yeah.
Took some of them shots from me there, and you know what, he'd be proud, mate.
Yeah,
'Cause
100%.
he knew boxing, you know what I mean? He was out school. So, WBC International, with him being out of school, he probably didn't really know what that was. He knows the WBC and all of that, but the new belts, they don't really, and now fellas are like, you know what they're like.
Yeah, but they all know the
you know what I mean?
belt,
But he was made up for me. But that, he would be like, yeah, that's my boy, that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'd be proud of that. That's like a proper, you know, Pat McAteer and his mate, Pat McAteer, and who's the other fellas, a couple of other Birkenhead boys who
yeah, you'd have thought, I believe someone told me you're the fourth person only to win the Commonwealth, and I think the last one was in the 60s, so 50 odd years ago.
You know what I mean? So a couple of his old mates won them years and years ago. So
the thing is, as well, is not only is he winning these belts, he's leaving a legacy, or he's creating one. You know, and obviously when the story ends, he's going to be
a little rogue. Little rogue off the streets,
like, man. He'll tell you himself, you look at RJ Moore, you look at these people who've won titles after titles after titles, and you're like, wow. And he's obviously emulating that now. But it won't sink into him because he won't reflect on this until his career is over.
Of course,
yeah. Like when the lads are saying, and he say, you know, from this, you've done this and all that, and I'm looking at them thinking, have I, you know what I mean? Like I can't, when they say what you've done and where you've been and all that, I don't, you know, they remind me, you know, I don't really know exactly everything. I win it, and then I go and enjoy the break with the baby and the kids, you know what I mean? Don't sit there and go, you know, just go back to normal life, enjoy the kids, the dogs, see them, do things, see the family, just enjoy the normal life, switch off a bit from boxing, just to rest the mind, the body, and then as soon as we get the call and whatever, we get back in the gym and get back on, and you don't, when you're training hard all the time, you don't get time to think about that, you just on to the next. So, you know, when it's all over, that's when we'll sit back, reflect, and appreciate what we've all done together.
Definitely, yeah. Alright, boys, well, another, what are we on, 20 odd minutes, so people are getting the full life of Masher this week.
It's right, Paul, thanks, mate.
We always have a good interview.
Yeah, of course.
Cheers,
You forget that you're even recording half the time.
No, it's just like a normal conversation.
That's a come over to Rossi and Rossi with us, mate. We're over in there.
Just give me a bell, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a little something to eat and that, and I'll treat you to a nice little meal, little lunch. Okay, mate?
Yeah. Definitely. Right, boys, well, on that note, I hope you have a good night tonight. Have a good night, and
I will, mate.
We'll see them later in the bed next year, so...
Yeah.
Cheers, Paul. Thanks for everything, mate.
PT Boxing in it, mate. PT Boxing on Twitter. Follow them, guys. Paul McKenna, top man. Love it.
He was right. Good luck as well against Carlos.
Thank you very much.
Cheers after, boys.
Thanks a lot.